Hello, and for those of you who may not know me, my name is Jason Higdon, and I'm the Vice President of the student body at DeSales High School. I'm a senior who has been involved in numerous activities within DeSales, including football, lacrosse, Key Club, NHS and Beta, and St. Joseph of Arimathea, just to name a few. Unfortunately, I'm obviously not with you all for the junior ring ceremony, but that really doesn't take away from the impact of this ceremony. My love for DeSales began in 3rd grade. When my oldest brother Derek was a student, I first witnessed DeSales brotherhood and traditions when I went with my family to football, basketball, and soccer games. My brother played both soccer and basketball, so I was exposed to the DeSales community at an early age, and more importantly, the intensity and brotherhood of the Danger Zone. To add on to that, my middle brother Travis began his DeSales career in 2010 and played soccer freshman to junior year and then football his senior year, where they won the first state championship at DeSales. At the time, I was playing football and basketball for St. Nicholas Academy, so I was involved in sports as well. The atmosphere of football, basketball, and even soccer games at times made me fall in love with DeSales. The support from alumni, parents, and the students from each team was consistently shown at each game, and that's what I loved, and I'm glad that I was exposed to it. I knew right then as a 3rd grade kid that I wanted to be a DeSales Colt and play sports for DeSales. Finally in 2016 I was able to enroll and start my journey, and then that's when I realized that there was more to DeSales than just athletics. Being a student at DeSales has allowed me to experience things like immersion, the brotherhood within each class, and the love of every teacher and faculty member that has for each student. The past 3 years with you all, playing football and lacrosse, talking in the halls, and hanging outside of school is something that I'll never forget. I appreciate all of you. You all have been great brothers, and I hope you all can say the same about me too. As a senior now looking back, I couldn't have made a better choice to go to DeSales, and I'm so glad I had the opportunity to attend DeSales, and you all should be too. I honestly can't believe I'm here right now speaking to you all about your ring ceremony. DeSales has been a true blessing to my family and I appreciate everyone that has been a part of it, including you all. Alright, enough about me. I'm sure you guys have heard this about 1,000,000 times by now, but whoever tells you is never wrong. It flies. Every single bit of it. Senior year is full of last high school season, last retreat, last immersion, last time getting your table shut down by Coach Horton, last prom, etc. And what you get out of your senior year depends on how much you invest yourself in it. So for your senior year, I want you all to invest yourselves. Invest in your final seasons as Colts. Invest in new clubs and activities, and invest in your brothers because you may never see them again after next year. You might even find out new things about yourself. End your DeSales legacy on a high note, and whatever it may be. You will never be able to experience high school again after next year, so leave your mark and embrace it while you have a year left. These rings, right here, they're not just for fashion. They aren't just pieces of jewelry you get because everyone else gets one, and nobody has the same exact ring. These rings are yours. They are unique symbols of everyone's individuality that come together to represent the legacy and togetherness of your class, the class of 2021, so wear them with pride. The ring not only represents you, but it represents your class and every other class before you since 1956, the year DeSales was founded. From now on, there will be a reminder of your time at DeSales. We celebrate Mass because it denotes our togetherness and faith, the first cornerstone of DeSales, faith, brotherhood, and tradition. The rings are then blessed and then given to you by your parents or guardians because of their constant support throughout your journey through high school. You will also receive a DeSales pin along with your ring. The 4 quadrants of our crest are separated by a cross, which is a symbol of our faith. The upper left quadrant represents Mount Carmel, who is the symbol of the Carmelite order that founded our school. The 3 stars represent Elijah and Elisha, prophets of the Old Testament, and Mary, the Mother of God. The torch in the lower left quadrant represents our athletics, and the quill in the upper right quadrant represents our academics. And the lower right quadrant is the fleur-de-lis, which represents the 502, the city of Louisville. The acceptance of the DeSales pin and ring indicates your transition from a DeSales boy into a DeSales man, an indication of stepping into reality and responsibility. This ceremony, in short, is the process in which the class of 2020 passes the torch of leadership to the class of 2021, you guys. Many seniors have checked out, eagerly awaiting the next chapter of their lives beyond DeSales, so now is the time for you all to step up. Every person has their own depiction of a leader. Whether you realize it or not, a leader doesn't have to be in a position of power like a president or a captain. To be honest, being a true leader isn't as hard as we all think it is. It doesn't take much to say what's up or hey man, how you doing to a brother in the halls, classroom, or outside of school. A simple act like checking up on a brother shows that you care about them and that they have someone in their corner when they may not feel like they do. A true leader offers his hand to help when he knows someone is in need. A leader is looked up to for their passion, charisma, and the love for the people around him. Standing up for your brothers in a time of need, fostering the lower classmen, and having a pride in what you represent are what embody a DeSales man. A leader isn't the loudest guy yelling at his teammates on the field or court. A leader is the one who sets the example with his actions, sportsmanship, and words of encouragement. The man who brings his brothers up rather than dragging them down and putting others before himself. As you are figuring out your future during your senior year, I want to leave you all with a Bible verse that has stuck with me. For I know the plans that I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 11. Thank you, and go Coats. God bless you all.